It's now about 25 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock. This is your Spotlight on Now. I'm Kimberly D'Souza. Now, we're celebrating World Book and Copyright Day on April 22nd, well, April 23rd, 2022, and that will be celebrated on a Saturday. So with me, I have Miss Jewel Green George, who is the Marketing Director of the Tobago Writers Guild, and they're actually going to be having a week of activities in collaboration with the Tobago Library Services to commemorate World Book and Copyright Day. Mrs. Green George, good morning, and thank you so much for joining us on Now.
Good morning, Kimberly. Thank you very much for having me.
Now, first of all, who is the Tobago Writers Guild?
Well, the Tobago Writers Guild is we're a registered NGO in Tobago. Our head office is in Tobago, and we're an organization that supports and nurtures writers and authors, especially in and from Tobago. Yeah.
Now, as a Writers Guild, World Book Day is definitely one of the biggest days for the organization. What sort of activities does the organization or the guild has planned?
Well, what we do have planned, we're in collaboration with the Tobago Library Services. And what we have planned for this week coming up here, the 25th to the 29th of April, is a series of presentations focused and geared towards equipping writers and authors with important information they need to have about the publishing industry and about copyright. So on Monday, we're going to be having a live Zoom presentation called Conversations on Copyright with the Intellectual Property Office of Trinidad and Tobago. And they're going to be answering some really important questions about how to protect your manuscript, your intellectual property as a writer, as an author. And then Tuesday, we're going to the Library Services, the Tobago Library Services presentation, which is going to cover ISBNs. And ISBNs are the International Standard Book Number, which is attached to every book. And this is going to be a discussion about ISBNs, ISBMNs, which is for music, and how and why you need it. How many of these do you need, and when do you need it? And many other conversations about that. And then on the Wednesday, the Tobago Writers Guild marketing team has put together a presentation which will be addressing publishing. So we're going to be addressing self-publishing, traditional publishing, how it works, how you can become a self-published author, what do you need to do to become a self-published author, and the value you get out of it, right? So log into these presentations as Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And on Thursday and Friday, what we do have is some very personal authorship journey stories from authors in Tobago, in the Guild, talking about their journey to become an author. So whether they went the self-publishing route or whether they've had the opportunity to go the traditional publishing route, what their budget looked like, what their book cover looked like, and a host of other details. But they're going to be giving you the 411 as it is about how their journey to becoming a published author came to be.
Now, Jewel, just to confirm, is it that I said that you can log in? Is it a virtual event, or is it physical as well? Can you do in person?
Well, they're all virtual events, but on Monday, we have a live Zoom conversation. So the Zoom conversation, it's a live event with the Intellectual Property Office. However, all the other days, those events are going to be pre-recorded material that we're going to be putting on the Tobago Library Services website, Facebook page, as well as our website and our Facebook and Instagram pages. But for the Monday live conversations with the Intellectual Property Office, you do have to go pre-register for that Zoom event, and there's a link. You can go to our Facebook page, that's Tobago Writers Guild, and you can also go to the Tobago Library Services Facebook page and just click the link and register.
Now, Jewel, in addition to these week of activities that you're having to commemorate the day, what other sorts of activities is the Guild involved in to get people, interested in reading books or even, writing and publishing their own?
Well, I love that question because the Guild is really geared to supporting writers at every turn. So what we do as an organization, we've been involved in a lot of activities over the years to support writers. We have a writers chat, right? When you join the Guild, you get support as a writer. We have a writer's chat where you can come in and talk about whatever problems you might be having as a writer, whatever issues, what you might need as information, helping other writers. We also have a Write Share group on Facebook where you can share your work and get peer reviews and critiques about your work. We also have to get people, how to put it, to get people feeling good about their work, because sometimes we have authors and writers who they're not sure how people will take their work. So during every general meeting, every membership meeting, we allow people to share their work in the presence of others and have the other members give you, a peer review, give you some upliftment, how they felt about your work, what's happening, how it hit them, things like that. And we're looking to start a literacy program. This is going to help us in terms of reading, in terms of getting our literacy level higher, because Tobago does have a high literacy rate. We want to make sure it's higher because, there is a difference between just being able to read, and then there's the next level where you're able to not just read, but digest, comprehend, and understand the implications of what you're reading. So we're hoping that the literacy program that we're looking to launch later this year helps with some of those things, as well as the writers' workshop that we want to do. We want people's skill level in writing to come up, right? The Guild has been a registered NGO since 2006. And since then to now, the organization has really pulled together to help writers. We have over 20 writers that have been published as authors. And what we continue to do, some of our activities would be, we have a literary affair where people, members of the Guild, get to come and share their work. And, sharing doesn't sound like this big thing, but let me tell you, when you give a writer an opportunity to share their work, to come and have it be heard in the presence of live people, not just at home with their friends and family, but regular everyday people. They get to share their work, pieces that they love, pieces that they, have written over the years. And we also have our reading fest, where you get to come, and that is more open to the public. So you get to come and share your work. People walk off the street and come to our reading
and
fest
come in,
and just
yes.
share. Yeah, and then you get, you hear the applause, you hear the appreciation, you know that you're in the right place as a writer when you have people supporting you and giving you that.
Now, Jewel, we only have 1 minute, and within that 1 minute, I want to find out quickly from you, what is your favorite book?
My favorite book is actually a book that I read in high school, and it's called Rebecca. It's a kind of love story, ghost story, if you will, a thriller. And I always go back to that book when I'm bored. It's not a local book, but hey, I have always loved that book.
All right, Jewel. And with only the few seconds we have remaining, just tell us where we can go to get more information about the week of activities.
All you have to do is to go to our Facebook page, that's the Tobago Writers Guild, as well as you can go to the Tobago Library Services Facebook page. We have all the links there for you to register for the Monday event, which is a live Zoom conversation with the International Property Office. And all the content will be shared on our YouTube channel, as well as our Facebook page, talking about how to protect your work, your ISBNs, becoming a self-published author, vanity publishing, what the process is, how to go about that, what it entails, the budget, everything like that. go to our
Thank
Facebook
you.
page.
Thank you so much, Jewel, for joining us. I wish you all the best with the week of activities. Maybe I might join one of the sessions next week. We'll see.
Love it.
Have a good day. Thanks so much for joining us on Now.
Thank you.
And that was Ms. Jewel Green George, the marketing director of the Tobago Writers Guild, just giving us some updates on what they'll be doing next week in commemoration of World Book and Copyright Day, which is going to be celebrated this Saturday. You're on the Now Morning Show. We're going to take a break and be right back. Stay with us.